Yo, what is good everyone? It is Zigzag here. Welcome back to another video and welcome back to the road to #1 in the world on Geoguessr. Jules, good to have you along today, and I wanted to show you something. The global leaderboard at the moment includes a top 10 of all known players, none of whom are alt accounts. So it's kind of cool. This is the most clean top 10 I've ever seen, all of which are pro players. So kind of cool. Obviously, Orbis and MK Person pretty new on the scene, but everyone else especially just established names. So I find that kind of cool at the moment. Anyhow, we're at the moment actually at, what? In the top 50 still, 48th in the world. In Australia, have we dropped yet? We're still #1, just above Repla, so we have to win some games today. I did a stream today for 5 hours, and I was playing some of my best ever Geoguessr. So we'll see if I'm mentally fatigued or if I'm going to continue on the good form. Let's find out if that's going to be the case and see how we can play today. See if we can hit that 1700 rating. That is the goal for today. And our first opponent will be the Geointimidator himself. He's streaming right now, so a lot of people are going to be watching this game. And the first one here is looking like Chile with the white road lines. It definitely feels like north of Santiago to me, or around Santiago with these trees and the dry mountains. So I'll probably just go like this, I think. Yeah, I think the mountain separation looks kind of good here, so I'll just go for that. But should be anywhere around Santiago. Not a particularly interesting round, in my opinion, but we'll see about that. Yeah, ends up being a little bit further north than I expected, but not too much. Early rounds, they don't matter too much unless there's a wrong continent guess or something like that. But okay, Geointimidator. He beat me last time. A bit of multi-merchanting. I'm aiming this time for that not to happen. Okay, we have Portugal here. Feels kind of middle to me. The tree plantations and everything, I don't know. I don't really get a particular strong vibe off this. It just kind of feels like around here. I'm just going to go for that. We have a south ridge, which, I mean, I think there is a ridge here, but probably can fit for many places in Portugal. We'll see about that. But it is fairly flat where I clicked, and it is actually here. Geointimidator does not know his bollards. Those were Portuguese bollards. They have a bit smaller. The small white section at the top is a little smaller than you get on the Spanish ones. Next one here, round number 3. We're in Mexico City area here. Single yellow line, pine trees around the place, very common. Also prickly pear cacti. To me, this just looks like very much standard stuff. Hidalgo, maybe Tlaxcala, something like that here. Could see either of those two working quite nicely. I might click near the border. It just feels like CDMX to me. It's super biodiverse around CDMX. You get like sometimes super green rounds, sometimes a bit drier like this, but the pine trees are pretty constant. They almost look like another country. It's kind of not so typical for Mexico. And yeah, what's ending up being in Oaxaca there? Didn't even really think Oaxaca. I thought it was going to be closer to CDMX, but yeah, I mean, it makes sense as well. Oaxaca can look like that as well. Next one here, double signpost. We're in Quebec with this pole top as well. It's a unique Quebec one. Vibes maybe north of the river here, I think. I'm going to go like this. Northeasterly angle also fits for like kind of the Quebec kind of grid that you get down here. It would be like a north-south grid. Oh, it ends up being up north of Saguenay there. But you're going to get a north-south grid over here. So that can be helpful. That did have north vibes, but I didn't really feel like committing. Would have been a pretty ballsy commit, I think, even for good players. And this one here feels like very North Peru to me. We have a ridge there to our west, which is super interesting, though. So maybe it gives me pause. Maybe we could be in Kenya here. That is possible to my mind, with a ridge west. Do we have copyright? Copyright's 2020. That's interesting. Copyright shouldn't be that. I feel like the stuff that I would be referencing in Kenya came out later. So I want to say that this is actually in Peru then, or Ecuador is actually possible here, now that I think of it. It could be like out here. I think I prefer Peru, but where can we get that west ridge, I guess, is now the question we have to answer, because it is a fairly significant one here. And, okay, there is a west ridge over here. Okay, so that could potentially work if we were kind of moving along one of these roads, kind of going north, slightly northwest. I don't know. There are certain places that I think could work here. It's just that we are a bit too close to the mountains, surely. So I mean, it could be Kenya. I just don't think the copyright checks out. So I think I will go hedging for these two countries. And yeah, it was actually just this ridge over here. Forgot about that one. Okay, makes sense. Glad I didn't go the wrong continent because we were at 1.5 times damage. It could have just been the end for us. At the end of the day, it would have been too risky, even if it did kind of look like that. Double damage here, and we're in India. India's a country I quite like to guess in. We have very dark soil here. You do get that a lot in Maharashtra. So I'm considering Maharashtra or just further north here. I think I quite like Maharashtra. Let's see about that. Could really be, I think. I think I like Maharashtra a lot here. I could also see like Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, which are pretty far away, unfortunately. But they also quite look like this, I think. So, I mean, I could just like go all the way east in Maharashtra. I think that's actually a pretty good guess. I'm going to do that. I think that's kind of checks out for my whole vibe of this round. And our guess is not guessing, which is maybe slightly concerning here. We don't want to lose like that. Internet. I mean, it just crossed midnight, and okay, wow, our guess went in. Sometimes after midnight, it will my internet will just kind of stuff up, but that was a good guess, Actually, so you guys talking about hedging in the comments, very reasonable. That was a hedge, and ended up being on it, and kind of shows that like going between your thoughts can, not always, but can be a very good idea. Next one here, we're in Norway. We have 2022 copyright. The trees are very thin here. This feels quite a bit further north than one might initially expect, in my opinion. But they are still somewhat healthy. So I'm thinking actually it's just halfway up here, maybe. We're at a fairly low altitude, and the trees are thinning out for sure. Look at these ones here. That's the kind of the way I work it out a lot. I think this is like Mo i Rana area, maybe. I'm going to go for that. And yeah, it did end up being quite far north there. Reasonable guess from Jimmy there. It's 2.3k damage, so we've almost flawless so far. Fortunately, the Indian guess went in. I do get worried about internet stuff a little bit sometimes. Triple damage here. We are in Bulgaria, I think. Thin white line, very thin lines they have there. Dotty road. Everything feels Bulgarian. To me, this feels a bit further west, but I could see it being a number of places. I'm just going to hedge it. Just southeast of Sofia here. Feels pretty good to me. We don't see any mountains, which I guess is maybe means I should have gone north of the mountains. But yeah, I feel good about it. It is a bit autumnal. So maybe it could be up the northeast. We'll see. And it was actually just northern there. Okay, fair enough. He goes for a similar guess, though, so it's going to be negligible damage, just 500 there. Yeah, I mean, if we go from 6,000 to 500, as in like 6,000 health on our side to 500 his, that's going to be annoying. Okay, next one here. It is Mexico. He was just having a struggle on the stream with a couple of Mexico rounds. Maybe we have the SLP cacti, which are like these kind of small, tufty plants. We're going south, southwest here. And this pole top is also really common just in the central part of Mexico. So I'm trying to visualize this on the map. It is very like southwest. It is very it's a very straight road here. And we got mountains either side of us. And it's very dry as well. I think like, oh, this road looks quite nice, I would say. Like if we were here, yeah. I think that's pretty good. It definitely, oh, what the, okay. I hope it went there. Okay. Well, it wasn't that road. We're pretty close anyway. And he didn't catch the vibe on the vegetation there. So that's GG's. We played super there. We played super. Gym Terminator, also a decent game. But I just didn't really make any mistakes, which is kind of rare, as you guys have seen. But that felt good. So let's see if we get him again here. Could be our 1700 rated game here. Oh, Adams is the same rating as us. Here we go. This is the one where we can go to 1700. Let's see what we got on round number 1 here. It is Canada, I assume. We got like a green property marker there. I think that's quite common in Ontario, if it is Canada. It could also be over the border in like Michigan, Wisconsin. Could be a bunch of places. I think it actually could be US well, but we do have a lot of post boxes, letter boxes, which are really common in Canada, especially those thick ones. I think I'm leaning just Ontario here. It's not agricultural either, so probably a little further north, pushing up a little further north here. Pretty much like that guess. Let's go for that. And okay, was actually in Kingston in Ontario. He goes up near Montreal, but we do a little bit of damage there. Adams, obviously anyone who's 1700 rated, pretty strong, I would assume. So let's see what we got on the next one here. We got double yellows, and I'm thinking that this one is looking quite Brazilian, right? With this rainforest kind of vibe. It kind of looks a bit Amazonian, to be fair. So I'm trying to work out. It's 2023. We are on quite a straight road here, so maybe Rondonia could work quite decently. I could imagine that. It could also be like Pará, I think, or Mato Grosso. So do we hedge between? Do we go for what I think it looks more like? That is kind of the question here. I don't actually have a strong vibe here, so it is quite a commit I'm going for here. I'm just going to hedge it off slightly this way. Well, let's find out where it actually was. And it was Rondonia, but we're a lot closer here. I won't complain about that, actually. It's going to be a solid 1.3k damage there. Yeah, I don't know. Straight roads are really common in Rondonia. Where I clicked, not so much, but, nah. I should have just gone for it. I forgot it was pre-multis. Next one here. Is this South Africa or is this something else entirely? I think it looks quite South African. Yeah, the curb looks really South African here. Okay, in that case, Durban area makes a lot of sense. I think you will get that this is South Africa, so I just got to make a good region guess here. He goes in. It's very flat. That's the problem with Durban area. I think it's going to be, like, quite coastal. We have quite a lot of eucalypts. I don't know, like... One of these towns south of Durban here makes quite a bit of sense to me. I'm just going to leave it there. Let's find out. And it was actually all the way north there. He actually goes south coast as well, so... Similar guesses, we do get almost 1,000 points of damage. So big damage pre-multis here, almost half health for Adams. I feel like we maybe should have committed a bit more, but I didn't really get the north vibe either. And so we have Oz. Crying emoji comes out. I'm thinking that this is... it's quite a red road, which is odd to me. Could be like a southern New South... Oh, we have red car as well. Okay. Southern New South Wales makes quite a bit of sense to me here. Well, the red car is definitely odd. Like Vic border, I think. But I don't know if the red car makes sense for that. Okay. Well, I think it's actually just somewhere around Canberra then. Poltop being weird also makes sense for Canberra region. I might just hedge at Canberra, to be honest. I'm going to do that. I think it's somewhere nearby there. And again, few internet problems here that... doesn't bode well. Like, what's actually going on here? I'm scared to refresh. I'm just going to leave it. That worked last time. We may actually just... He's going to be close, so we really need this guest to just go in. Soon, please. Ah, I'm scared, man. I have a lot of tabs open. I doubt that's going to be actually the culprit here, but okay, you guys can stress with me. I guess I'll give it a refresh. Okay, wow. It was one of my old clicks went in. That's so lucky. Oh my gosh, so lucky. Okay, let's see. We actually may still be around behind or something. We need to get in here. Okay, good. We're in. Goodness me. Okay, I guess next time we'll just refresh. My heart rate, bro. Philippines, I guess. Looks quite Filipino at the pole. 2022 fits for that. Concrete Road fits too. Feels very tropical, but kind of mixed vibes here. I'm probably just going to hedge middle, I think. I don't really see like a good... Well, it could be sugar, but it looks like it's actually just wild grass. So I don't really see a good reason to push it up too far north here. Probably just go later. I think later's a decent guess here. Are we in, by the way? Okay, we're in. Excellent. Oh, I was actually worried maybe he's already guessed and it's all over and it's just lagged out. But okay, was actually in Naga there in southern Luzon. Just 123 points of damage there. Come on. Let's lock in. This is the 1700 game, of course. Ooh, we have New Lebanon coverage. He sent the crazy face. I'm just going to go outside of Beirut, I guess. I don't really know how to region guess. I guess it kind of feels a bit dry, so I'll click a bit out of Beirut here. And okay, region guessing Lebanon is Adams here for a total of 100 points. It's a very small country. Don't think that's going to be a big one on the priority list for learning before the World Cup, but maybe a couple of games could be good here and there, now that they have released a lot more. This pole top is really common around Sumatra, so I'm definitely thinking there. Bunda, I like it. A man of culture, I am. And we're on a north-south grid here. Is this Medan? Maybe, actually. Well, we have like the Riau pole top. Never mind. So I did think it could be Batam Islands because that's really common there. But the amount of oil palms makes me think that Pekanbaru is going to be a better guess here. Like you do just get more on the mainland, I assume. So probably just going to leave it there. I think it is like the Riau pole top predominantly. So yeah, let's see about that here. It was outside Pekanbaru there. Adams also gets it. I expected that kind of triangle underneath the crossbar, if you want to go back and see it, is pretty common in that region of Indonesia, as well as a few others. Indonesia always has exceptions. Next one here. Short plate, long plate. I'm thinking this is actually going to be in Ecuador. And the mountains are kind of mild in the background, so I'm just going to send to Ambato here. I'm relatively confident. Like, Ecuador's one of the only countries that does, like, 2 different conventions of plates. The mild mountains are actually Ilbara there, or Ibarra. So, yeah, we both go Ambato. Not exactly a surprise, just kind of hedging on Ecuador seemed pretty reasonable, considering we're both pretty healthy on points still. Okay, next one here, South Africa. We're parked on the right, though. Is this actually a Portuguese island, maybe? Yeah, it looks like, okay, it could be Portuguese island. I was thinking more up Azores, but could be potentially Funchal here. I think the fact that is it a pretty big mountain west there? I didn't really get Funchal vibes. I could hedge, but everything feels quite. Can I read that? Tirenda. I don't know. It all just kind of feels. Oh, that lamp especially feels more Portugal. So what about the West Hill here? Where could be? I mean, there's plenty of... I kind of like this one, to be honest with you guys. Generation 2 vibes kind of fit. Although that tree, though, that tree is not very tropical. What about the rest? Very green grass here. That might be throwing me a bit. Maybe. But it is a Portuguese lamp, I think. More than Spanish, at least. Ooh, he's taking his time. Just very difficult to say, like, which is actually the better guess here. I think I just prefer this. I'm going to go for it. I think we should stay alive if he 5Ks. 3.5 times damage is going to be pretty close to death if we're wrong. We'll see. Okay, it was up there, and he goes Funchal. Pretty reasonable guess, and it's enough. GG's. Well, we would have really struggled for health if he 5K'd, especially if it was where he guessed. But there we go, 1710. Let's go, guys. 1700 rating. A lot of people on the road to 1700. We are there now. And that is putting us up into 8th in the whole leaderboard of people who have played this season. Now, actually, we are at 33rd. So that's actually, I mean, this episode, we're above Lenley now. This episode, oh, look, we can take over Dallin, who's also doing a road to number 1. If we win this next duel. But look, everything's going quite nicely here. So today's been a good day for Geoguessr. I'm feeling good about my skills today. And let's see what we got. We got Adams once again. Give him away. And let's see how we do. Looks like Argentina initially here. Buenos Aires probably makes enough sense to probably just send it, but could see a bunch of other places working here as well. Rosario, Cordoba, namely. I'll go BA. I think it looks quite BA. And wow. It was in Trillo. And he goes in Concordia in Uruguay. Oh, no, in Argentina as well. Okay. Very strangely south there, but urbanage is difficult. Next one here feels like the Bolivian side of the border over here. We got water to our northwest, and we are kind of going northwest as well. So... I mean, I forget what that should exactly mean, but something like that probably works, I guess. Or maybe this one. We're going further northwest. We're kind of going northwest here. I don't know exactly what that means, guys. Like, this road doesn't really work, and then I'm struggling to see where else the angle of the water actually is here. So maybe it's actually just west of us, and we're going northwest. So maybe like that. Could be. I'm just going to go. It's definitely that side of the border. Yeah, there we go. We got it. Good guess from Adams as well, though. Nice to take a morale advantage there. Morale advantage. Doesn't matter anyway. Next one here. And we have some Eastern Russia, I would say. Cars just feel Eastern Russia. It's very... Okay, we're going northeast. Angle also fits for this road, I would say. And it is kind of hilly, which also fits to our east, I would say. And we have birches, not too many. Just going to kind of go like this. I think this should be a good enough guess. Let's see it. Okay. I mean, guys, I don't know if I should actually be queuing right now, guys. This is kind of goofy. Okay, well, let's see what happened. Okay, we took quite a bit of damage there. Maybe my initial click only registered, or maybe I wasn't actually as close as I thought. We have to go back and look. Or maybe it didn't register at all and he went the other side of Russia. That's also possible. Okay, next one here. 09. Japan. Is this actually, like, Okinawa or something? Like, something feels sus about this. Hella sus, actually. Do I commit to something here? I don't think so. I don't think that would be wise. I'm just gonna go in here. Okay, good. That was a good idea not to commit. Okay, and we're fairly even distance, guys. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't actually be filming right now while this is going on. I like, bro, like, I think I just have too many tabs open or what? I might just have to refresh at the start of every duel. But anyway, next one here. We're looking at Russia 2024. Never mind, maybe. This could be Kazakhstan. Yeah, I think actually Kazakhstan makes some sense. It's winter, so it should be south. There is that, I mean, sometimes Taraz looks like this, or Shumkent looks like this, or looking east. I think just like some Almaty or like one of the nearby towns makes sense, yeah? Okay, yeah, it was Taraz area. He goes Russia. Reasonable. Reasonable. And it's 3.2k damage there, guys. This is huge. This is huge. Adams is a high-rated player, man. Let's see what we can do here. Double damage. We are in Kenya. And so, I think that we are a little bit further north here, though I don't really have great evidence for that. I just kind of felt it, like, it felt kind of around here to me. It could actually be southeast here, though. It is a legitimate concern. We don't see any palm trees, though, so I'll trust middle. And it was actually southwest instead, okay. So, Narok, nice. Let's see, 2.5 times damage, man. I don't know what's going on with the internet. It's not internet, I think. It's just something else. Glitch, game glitch or something. I'm just happy it hasn't screwed us yet. We got fairly mature crops here. So you often see those around Sulyet. I think the vibes are right where it's really open as well. So I'm just going to go for that. And yeah, it was that direction. Good guess from Adams as well. We'll definitely keep his HP pretty safe there. 370 points. I mean, man, we've played nice today. This must be the best episode I've ever had so far. Triple damage. We're in Nigeria. It feels like Abuja immediately to me. I might just trust my vibe here. It feels like a big city, but it does not feel... Yeah, okay, it was actually Kaduna. Interesting. Did not feel like Lagos, though. And that is enough. Wow, GG. We just really played super there. There was nothing wrong with that at all. 15 rating, 3-win streak. I think it's time to go for one more. I think I'm going to refresh as soon as we get into the game. Who knows what that will mean for us here. Oh, maybe I should play. I mean, I should play 2 more. I'm just worried about the internet. Like, I'd be happy to play more. I'm just worried about the internet here, and we'll see. I'll just refresh at the start of the game, and we'll see if that fixes the issue here. I feel like it is actually some kind of a bug on Geoguessr's end, but let's see. Okay, let's see who we get next though. Anyway, let's do some comment engagement here because I think I'm not gonna have to edit this video at all so far. So let us say, how many games of Geoguessr do you have played, and do you have a goal in mind? Because obviously I want 30,000 games by the time I go to Asia's. I'm not sure if I'm going to achieve it because of the Russia bootcamp I'm about to do with Finbar, which will be out later tonight probably or tomorrow. But I want to have 30,000 games by then, but I don't really have like an ultimate goal, obviously. Okay, Debray. We're both on a 3-winning streak. We both have about the same HP. Well, I mean, ELO, but we did beat Debray the last couple of times. Actually, no. Last time we played, we lost, but we have got a good record against him. Brick buildings here, yellow fronts. This will be in Netherlands. Vibes-wise, just kind of feels like between the bigger cities to me here. And it was actually north, near Groningen. But, yeah, I mean, Debray guesses the same as me, and I feel like that's just always going to be the same, like, kind of standard guess when you have estates, unless people discover something about that kind of round later on. Next one here, feels like... Okay, we're in Spain. We have brick architecture here, which is, generally speaking, found more north. And we have white buildings, which is generally speaking, found more west. And I'm pretty certain that we're not in... Like, Salamanca could make some sense to me here, but I could also just as well see south. The bricks are actually not that many. It's only like the sides of the building. So I'll go down here, actually. Let's see about that. Okay, it was actually fairly south there. Good guess from us. We committed a lot more than Debray did, but it's only going to give us 150 points. Lost my trail of thought there, but yeah, I mean, architecture checked out. Okay, let's see what we got next. And we are in Mexico, I would say here. 2024 coverage definitely could fit for Mex. Fence, I would say, feels pretty good for Mexico too. Kind of black fields, you get those a lot in like Guanajuato area. I'm looking for any like cacti here, which are normally found a bit further south. Okay, sun. Do we actually have sun here? Sun seems to be to the north. That's kind of concerning, but I think it looks like Mexico though. Might just go Torreon here. Yeah, let's go for Torreon. I think it's decent. Okay, wasn't there by. I'm gonna refresh the page right now. Let's see if this actually prevents anything, because I feel like it was around this stage where things went wrong. So let's see. Maybe it could be like a... I don't know what's actually going on. You have to tell me if you guys have experienced this. Next one here, Philippines, I would say. Oh, we have round metal poles here. I mean, it looks like Philippines, though. Yeah. It definitely looks like Philippines. Do we get any extra info here? Not really. I would say then outside Manila, probably with the corn and stuff. Makes enough sense. I'm gonna go Angeles here. And okay, was a little bit further north there. Good guess. And we do a little bit of damage there. So, Mr. Debray is behind, but not by much. And we head through to the Maltese here. Let's play nice, guys. Let's play nice. Okay. So we got fairly thick lines here. That's interesting to me. Okay, 2022. And it's not Poland because of the guardrail. Let's get into the map here. Is this a bit further? I mean, the road's really good, and the houses, though, are confusing me. They look Belgian or something. Wait, this could be Belgium, actually. Because the lines are really thick on the road, which is a Belgian thing to do. And then, yeah, the houses just kind of look Belgian. I'm gonna say this is Belgian, and I think it's a difficult round as well. I think I've cooked it up on a difficult one here. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, it was, but he gets the region guess, so well played to Debray there. It's not an easy round. At the end of the day, the architecture was Belgian. I wouldn't be surprised if he reckoned I wouldn't get that as well, because it was just a difficult one. Both of us happened to get it right, but you're not always going to. Next one here. Driving right. Looks like an Italian plate, I want to say. Vibes would be more north, so I might just send it in here. I think I will. Florence should be good. Could be further south, to be fair. I don't know, maybe just like a central Italy hedge, but I think that's a Italian plate. Okay, he goes in. We get a little more time. It kind of looks like San Marino, to be honest with you. So I might just click near there. Like the blossoms and everything, the green hill. I'm going to say this is downtown San Marino. Let's go for it. Oh no, it was a bit further south. Yeah, I thought it might be. I was clicked further towards the Italy label. It's going to be 1,000 points of damage there. Yeah, probably was just relying on something that's not exactly a real meta. Or you could not even say that at all. But okay, the next one here. Is it UK or Norway? If it's Norway, I expect Debray to guess really quickly. I think it is Norway, actually. Look at this vegetation. Just trying to confirm. We do have wooden poles here. They do almost look British style. He's crying. Okay. Maybe it is more UK then, because I feel like I would be more confident to go Norway if Debray went there immediately. It could actually be Ireland as well. That would be a weird one, but I think these... The poles, like, does the top kind of look Norwegian where they have, like, the metal cap on top? Not so sure about that. I think it's more, like, Scotland, Islands, Ireland. We have lots of small trees. I don't know, man. Is this a silly guess? Maybe. I don't hate it. I think I'll leave it there. I think the trees do kind of look British. And it was Norwegian. I don't know if that's mind games. I assume not. That's going to be knockout damage. Unfortunate. I really just mentally played myself there. There was no reason to lose there. Like, I just assumed, like, he's actually, like, the best player in the world at Norway. So I just assumed he would recognize it. But, okay, let's go. Let's get our elo back here. I'm very confident that we can. We just ran into his best country. Meanwhile, I just did 2 bot moves in a row. Let's go here. This is Indo. We have the crosshatch pavement, which you commonly get around Surabaya. Rube's fit. I'm gonna send it here. And wow, we both go there, and it was Bangka Belitung. It must be like the richest street on Bangka Belitung. That is definitely one to send the crazy emoji for, because, like, what? That did not look like that. Okay, next one here. Belgium, France. I'm gonna send it in quickly here in case he doesn't have the vibe for it, but he will. I think like really small bricks. I don't know, like the side of this house is like really small bricks. It's really common in Belgium, but like on the French border, I feel. So I think this guess is kind of good. Yeah, it actually was in France on the French border there. Good guess. And he goes Luxembourg. Interesting. I don't know if he's just having some fun. I didn't get a Luxembourg vibe because we had one of the houses made of bricks, but maybe he actually just missed that detail. Next one here, should be Peru. Coastal, presumably. But I could see Chile still. We don't really get an angle other than the fact that the mountains are east of us, which obviously kind of makes sense here. I don't know, I'll just go north of Ica here. Could be anywhere to me. Yeah, it was just Lima. He goes a little further north of Lima, but yeah, it's going to be negligible damage, just 112. We are flawlessing, technically, after 3 rounds, but yeah, doesn't really mean anything pre-Maltese, does it? Next one here. An interesting one. So it's very open here. I think this could be Poland, but could be Poland, Czechia. I mean, Ukraine with a shot in 10 is pretty unlikely. This is a debris type of lock, I got to admit. That's okay, though. I mean, it's like surprisingly few trees for Poland. You do get kind of sections of that. He's sending the question mark emoji. That's what I'm thinking as well. I think Poland, Czechia. Last time, the duel I last lost to him ended like a Poland-Czechia 50-50. And it was Russia. Okay, that makes sense. Very first thought, but then I really couldn't place it in Russian, nor could I work out what the antenna was saying. And I feel like Poland, even still, is kind of the better guess, because like in Russia, you're going to be far away anyway. So, okay, next one here. Trees feel very New South Wales to me. I don't think it's too far south. I'm going to go like east of Dubbo here. Put the pressure on. I think Debray's pretty good at Oz, but yeah, he's got the state, but he's not too close, which is going to net us a nice amount of damage there, 700. Not too bad at all. Double damage now. See, I would like the hard Australia on a high multi like we had with the Norway there, but beggars can't be choosers. We have a little bit of Argentina action. He's going to be better at place names than me, so I'm considering just going for a guess here. It kind of looks like Rio Negro, South La Pampa kind of stuff to me. It's pretty difficult round, though. There's like not too much going on here, I would say. I'm just going to go, like, what do I actually like here? There's really not much to separate it. I mean, it's definitely not Uruguay because it's too dry, obviously, but there's really not too much to separate it from any number of things I can think of, any number of regions I can think of in this kind of general region. Could be as north as Cordoba, in my opinion, but feels further south, I would say. La Pampa. Do we have a matching road angle here? Maybe this one. Well, could be. I might just try that. I think I pressed space when it was over there. It doesn't really matter anyway. Let's see what Debray is thinking. Okay, it was actually all the way down there. Thought of that region, because that region gets really sandy. But double damage, that's a good amount. He goes Cordoba. Yeah. That was like the northmost point of what I thought was possible. But that is a valid guess, I think. 2.5 times damage now. We're in Russia, 2022. Is this region? I think this is what this looks like. Where it's really grassy and you get these... What was Finn telling me? Is like either really hilly or really flat here, I think. So that's concerning. Because this is pretty flat, but not all the way flat. It could be further north, actually. Consider that. We have no trees, which I kind of like for down here. Just before the boot camp. Why couldn't we get this one after the boot camp? I'm gonna go down here. I kind of trust. Ugh. Okay, well, that's good. He didn't 5k. It was just on the river. I probably would have gone around there had I decided to go further north, but you know, you can't. You can only say what you wanted to do. I wanted to go down there. So that's it. But I think what I said about Finbar, what he said to me, is correctly remembered. So yeah, should only go there when it's either flat or mountainous. Next one here. Do we have a Peruvian electricity counter somewhere? We don't. So, but it looks like Peru though. I think this is Peru, nevertheless. Round poles. I mean, I guess Colombia is the option here. Wait, is it Colombia? 2022. We don't get anything. I guess I'll hedge south. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is Colo. Great. Yeah, it just looks so Peru the whole time. But the white plate, I know it's a bait map. Like, this map is just full of bait stuff. So it's like, well, of course they put a white plate. The truck plate, the Colombian truck plate in front of us. Anyway, next one. Can't dwell on it. This looks like Germany to me. Red Road leans me south. Leans me maybe like Stuttgart area here, maybe. I could see that. Doesn't really feel Munich, even though the Munich Red Road is really common too. I like it. Okay, what copyright? Always useful. Not visible. 2023. Yeah, let's go for it. Stuttgart, my goat. Let's see it. Come on. Send that in. It feels good, man. It's somewhere between Munich and Stuttgart. That's my meta for this road. Yeah, and it is southwest. Nice. Good amount of damage again. Is it enough? Not quite. 1,000. Got overexcited there. Yeah, he also got West Germany, so fair. Okay, next one here. Quadruple damage here. We're in Ukraine. We have another red road. Could I do it on 2 red roads? That would be a nice way to end the episode here. I think it's quite southerly, but not all the way. I think he's pretty good at Ukraine, by the way, as well. I think I'll just go here. I think I'm just hedging like a lot of the red road stuff down here. Doesn't like feel all the way south. I'm just gonna go like this. Yeah, bad guess, bad guess. To be like, yeah. I just didn't know it, so it's okay. 1.6k. I mean, it's actually not a bad guess. It's just an average, I guess. And Debris got a really good one. Okay, 4.5. Feels like Thailand to me. Feels like Tuk area of Thailand. In the mountains. Is this a repeat from the other day? Like, it kind of looks like the road that me and Kodak were looking at here, but I might just hedge everything in Tuk, I think. And, okay, that is actually a bit further north. He goes on the exact road, well, kind of hedging for that exact road that I was thinking inside Myanmar. But, yeah, you do get that dry stuff also up northwest. 5 times damage in the US, not the country I wanted to see. Let's see if we can make it happen, though. Tufty grass, a lot of sagebrush here, actually. Kind of feels like it could be like northeastern Arizona to me. Well, that feels kind of Grand Canyon-esque, doesn't it? I think I like this, guys. I think I do. We're kind of going northeast. Let's be a bit creative here, I think. Well, I feel like that would be Gen 4 right-click, but actually no, it's Pano ID'd. It could be Pano ID'd. Let's leave it like that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What a guess there, man. That is just nice, and that's gonna finish it. GG's to Debray. Wowee. There we go. That is going to be a nice way to end the video. 17:30. We take a win against Debray. Well played to the fella. All he could get me on was the Norway. We take the kind of neutral one. That's Cope. I'm joking, guys. Anyway, here is the final scores. We are in 22nd. Oh my gosh, guys, we're now at the point where consecutive wins matter so much, especially when I'm facing fellow 1700s. I love the new matchmaking. What they were thinking with the old matchmaking, I don't know, but this is the shiz, boys. Okay, so that's it. We're 22nd in the world, guys. We're just behind Antec, just behind Crooks. I'm ready to make the push, guys. I'm ready to get number 1. I'm ready to get number 1. Maybe, you know, maybe it's not so far away. Look at that, guys. We're literally from number 2. We are just under 100 rating away. So what is that? 4 or 5 wins, 5, 6 wins in a row gets us to number 2 in the world. Castrola, I'm coming for you. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little scary at times. It was a little cringe at times, but it was fun. Till tomorrow, guys. Goodbye.